What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 10.
His name is Jason. My name is Jeremy.
And I'm Trev.
We have Trev.
Yeah,
Your
today
guest
we have
for
a
tonight.
new guest, and his name is Trev. We'll talk about Trev and his endeavors of. Never mind lah.
Never mind lah.
Okay, let's roll intro. Okay, although we have a guest in this episode, but we'll still talk about our lives first lah. Huh? So we will start with what's been happening with our life in the past 1 to 2 weeks, maybe because we haven't been shooting this podcasting for about 2 weeks now. We'll then eventually also ask Trev lah, like what's been happening, you know. But of course, I want to hear from Jeremy first. What's been up in your life?
You
bro?
know what's been up, Jason.
I know, but people don't know.
Okay, so I want to start this by saying that this is the first time I'm out of the house in close to 2 weeks. And I will be coughing a lot throughout this entire episode.
I wonder why.
The answer is very easy.
Yeah.
COVID. Everybody in the jet lag.
You feeling positive?
Yeah, I was very positive actually about a week ago. And so this is what happened. I caught COVID.
Yeah.
But I'm not the only person that caught COVID. Somebody else got COVID.
Guess who? And it's not Trev.
So I'm the one that haven't got COVID yet.
But
Yeah.
we're negative now, so you're actually in good hands. It's fine.
Cool.
But negative becomes
Positive.
positive.
All right, so this is what went down with the COVID situation.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell the story from my perspective first. Right?
Can.
So what happened was Jason calls me up one night and he says, Jeremy, guess what? I'm like, what? I'm positive. And I'm like, oh no, which is a bit scary because I saw Jason like 2 days before and we were eating together and I was like, oh, but I feel fine. I did a test this morning. I'm okay. So I thought maybe I dodged a bullet. And then 10 minutes later, another friend that I know calls me up and he's like, hey, Jeremy, guess what? I'm positive. In my head, I'm like, 2 people in a row in a span of 10 minutes just called me to tell me they're positive. Honestly, if I end up not catching COVID after this was the total 44 million jackpot luck that just went away. That was what I gave up in return for this. And lo and behold, a day later, positive.
Yeah.
And then the most miserable week of my life began.
So it's bad lah.
It was bad, dude. Like
How bad?
so,
What was the symptoms that you get?
so I got like the usual fever and chills. That's one thing. The fever and chills is one thing, which wasn't too bad. It just felt like, oh, I spun up. I knew I was going to be sick when I realized, oh, I think I need to wear socks tonight. Now my feet were cold.
Like, do you usually wear socks to
No,
sleep?
I don't.
Right?
But I know when I have to wear socks, I'm sick.
Okay.
Then I thought, is it a fever? And then the sore throat came in. That was the worst pain I've been in years, dude. Like,
Wow.
it felt like
You must have never broken your wrist and went into surgery before.
I have never broken my wrist and gone to surgery before. It's true. I'm sorry that the extent of my injury was
Maybe
a sore throat.
you should try next time. No, you guys make me scared about COVID. I thought, like, is it that bad?
It was bad, and so I was so. The symptoms were not too bad, honestly. I thought the sore throat was the worst of it, but I still have a cough that hasn't gone away, and my stamina feels severely like limited now. But overall, I like to think I'm recovering, and now that I have caught COVID, that means I can actually go out and
Party!
I want to say
man.
party, but like
Travel.
Like,
Will you go travel?
no money to travel. I still suffer from post-COVID bank account. My bank account is suffering from long COVID.
That's your long COVID syndrome that you have, right? That the bank account doesn't recover yet. Cool. What about you?
well, actually, right, I felt that I had a little bit of uneasiness in my throat, right? 2 to 3 days after we shot the last episode of this podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it was 3 days.
Right.
Then when I started feeling a little bit of sore throat, I'm like, should I tell Jeremy now? Because I just met him like
Thank
3
God I
days
was busy
ago.
at that week. We're supposed to do the podcast that week, right? I was supposed to start that week.
Yeah.
Thank God I was busy.
Then I'm like, no, let me just wait until tomorrow first and see if it worsens. Then maybe I should test and then tell Jeremy, you know? So what I did was I waited like half that day to feel like, okay lah, you know, I am strong one. Like this little bit of uneasiness is not COVID.
The immunity and the vaccine will kick in.
Yeah,
I'll be fine.
correct. I got booster shot all, you know, like I cannot get COVID so easy one.
I'm strong.
So the next day, when I woke up, right, I'm like, I got runny nose.
Oh no.
And the sore throat is still there.
Oh no.
I think I should do tests. you know?
Uh-huh.
So that day I did test lor. And then I did test and then I'm like, okay, got one line. And then beside it got another line.
You're pregnant. You're pregnant.
You're
Congratulations.
I'm like, oh, this is new because I haven't seen this line before in all my tests.
Is it like come up blurry or like?
It's quite faded. It's quite light, right? So maybe it's like just started, you know. So I'm like, okay, lor. I think I should tell all the people that I've met in the past 2-3 days. So I texted you, lor, Jeremy. So I said, bro, I positive. And then he's like, okay, you know.
that same thing. I'm strong one.
I
don't feel
this morning. It was negative.
Yeah. So anyway, that started my COVID week. And on the second day, I got very, very tired. I got the full package. I got fever on the second day. I got cough a little bit. I got more phlegm on my throat and also in my nose, as in the runny nose thing. And then the sore throat got very, very serious to a point I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be awake.
Right.
I just want to sleep this off and I just want to wake up tomorrow, you know? So throughout that whole day, I was like waking up just to eat and then I have to sleep. And then I wake up to go pee and then I sleep again. So the whole day I was sleeping because I was like literally dead.
Just exhausted.
Exhausted, like no strength. Then it was third day lor. And then third day, because maybe I slept too much, I was super energetic. It's like almost no COVID at all, kind of freshness.
Except
Except that the sore throat is still there and still killing me. The little bit of cough still there, but fever no more. You know, then I'm like, oh, today I'm not feeling hot, good. But the runny nose still there. And then from that day onwards, it started to recover. And slowly I become normal again. But even until today, which is like day 12, 11, I forgot. I still have a little bit of cough here and there and a little bit of phlegm in the throat. So I'm thinking maybe it will last a while.
Yeah.
Like yesterday also I went to spin class, right? And then I realized that my stamina is not as good as before. You know, like how people say like, hey, after you get COVID, you know, you cannot run so much anymore. You cannot do a lot of your exercise things because you will run out of breath a lot earlier.
Yeah.
I'm like, no lah, I strong one.
yeah, but your lung capacity, cardio good, right?
Okay, exactly. You know, I've been doing spins all this while, you know. Then I'm like in the clubs like, fuck. So halfway through, I literally just sat on the bike. I didn't even pedal. I was just there. Just resting
watching
and
the
just
instructors.
watching, everyone's just pedaling and I'm there, I'm coughing, you know? And then I'm just like,
Everyone's just paranoid.
and I'm like,
I'm done.
like
Yeah.
so I waited like half a song or on a song later and then I continue. And then I thought I can continue until the end. Cannot.
Oh, so you didn't
No, as in I made it through the end. It's just that after one song, after one track, I have to rest again while everyone continues.
But before that,
know?
you can do one.
Before that, I can do like 2 classes back to back one.
Jason is the cardio king.
Ooh.
Cardio king.
Ooh.
Right?
I didn't
Now
know
he's
that.
just he's
You're
a
taking
little
a
bit
pause.
like a footballer recovering from injury like that.
Correct. So that's our weight loss, I guess.
There's a lot of the sore throat was the worst though. Like it was so painful. You wake up in the middle of the night because you swallow in your sleep, I guess, and you just wake up.
Yeah, it's. I keep telling people that I have never experienced sore throat this bad before in my life.
It's the worst.
Like
sore throat.
really, like seriously this bad.
It's damn bad.
It's like you have a blade inside.
Wow.
Every time you swallow, you're like,
It like sore throats normally feel like a swelling or whatever.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one felt to me at that point in time, it felt like a physical injury.
Oh.
It's like I accidentally swallowed
So
a
like
razor
got
blade
cuts in
and
there.
then
exactly.
and I'm just like, because you can feel the lines in the spots that hurt. It's the weirdest thing ever. It's such a strange feeling.
Oh.
And then there's also another feeling like on the upper side of my throat. It's like got inflammation. Like every time I want to swallow, right, it feels like it's not a nice feeling to swallow to touch the top of the throat.
Now I'm very scared.
Yeah.
Better I don't get
Do you know a lot of people who've gotten COVID? Have they
almost-
shared
almost-
their experience with you?
No, because I run like cafe and all that. So like slowly stuff and all that, like getting COVID is very normal lah. So almost close to 70% of my friends get COVID.
So to this day, do you feel like how come COVID never find me?
I think my booster works.
That's what we hope so too. To be honest.
Exactly.
Let's talk to me 3 days later and see if I'm okay.
After eating 2 COVID
Yeah,
alright.
yeah, yeah.
But we are under coming up. It's okay.
Yeah.
You never know.
Long COVID.
Long
So you are
COVID.
basically like taking
But I
a
got
risk,
friends
huh?
tell me after he recovered, he actually got the long COVID, like what you said just now. That he went all out after he recovered. He thought he is recovered. Then he go to gym spin and all that. Then he got more sick.
Oh really? Huh?
Then he went to doctor.
Don't scare me.
Yes, then doctor said because your immune system is already weak, then he got like a normal bug infection.
Oh.
But then your body now cannot fight the virus or the normal bugs that normally you
Yeah.
won't have any feeling.
Right.
But now because you're weak, so your body cannot fight. So he gets sick again because of that. And then he need to rest another 2 weeks to recover better. Then doctor said you chill first, and then you're fully recovered, then go out. Don't go out straight away because your body is weak now. Your immune system is still very
So
low.
basically, you're saying I should chill, don't exercise, stay home, play more
Yes.
video games a little bit.
Yes,
Oh, that's
that's a
very
good
good.
excuse.
This is very good. Next time people, hey Jeremy, come, let's. I'm just recovering, bro.
Doctor
Recovering,
advised me
recovering.
to stay home.
I
Take
can
a chill
actually,
pill.
Jeremy, I can actually hear your voice a little bit husky and still a little bit like deeper than before.
You can hear it, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting because I recorded a voiceover today. So and
It's sexy, right?
and I can hear it, And every time, and as I was recording a voiceover, first I found out that like I had trouble holding my breath to read the lines. So the tempo and everything, because I'm used to breathing at a certain pace, because of my own like just the recovery, I could hear myself gasping for breath in the playback of my recording. And secondly, I can hear how my voice isn't the same quality as it used to be.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that worried me the most. So I was like, I hope they can't hear this or they're okay with it. Because it's almost like it's a rattle
Yes.
in the
yes.
voice, right?
Rattle, yes.
Yeah.
But you can filter it, like I guess edit. Or
No, it's the
get
quality of my voice, man. Like,
Yeah. Not just me on my side, that I can notice my own voice a little bit different now. Even when my mom heard a video that I recorded, and then my mom say, like, I would never expect her to say this, because I thought my voice is already okay. My mom say, who is this talking in this video? Then I'm like, hello? You're watching my video? Hello? I'm inside the video.
Did you just get new talent to now do your
Then I said,
voiceover?
this is my voice. This is like, no, this is not your voice. You don't sound like this in video. I'm like, okay, maybe because of the
Long
COVID side
COVID.
effect.
oh, it's so
Oh, you
bad.
call it long COVID.
What's the long COVID, the post COVID, like the
That now that my sister work in a bank, so now they do whoever got COVID, they need them to do a long COVID assessment, whether they do a
Oh,
body
it's an
checkup. or
official
not.
term, long
Yeah,
COVID.
a long COVID, like post COVID thing.
So apparently, part of the things about COVID is like once we're done with the main like 1 week or 10 days or whatever of the recovery, there are lingering effects, and the lingering effects that I've heard, part of it is the cough. Like I've had
Yes,
people,
actually, we are not the only ones. Like my friends are still coughing.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So I've got people who had COVID like a month ago, and they're telling me things like, oh yeah, my wife still has a cough, and they were saying things like, yeah, my throat just gets itchier easier now. So that's the thing I don't like because coughing is annoying.
Yes.
and people were scared of you. Like nowadays, when you cough in
Yeah.
public, people are like,
That's fine. I'm okay. Like if I cough and they want to stay away from me, that's also I got no problem.
Yeah,
It's a
people will
great
just judge
way-
you.
It's a great way to cut you.
oh, yeah.
Ayo, this elevator.
Oh, they're like, okay, you go in. You can have the entire space.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. It's just like if you cough too much, you get a headache, and I don't like that. But yeah. So that's the long symptom. I don't know what else. I'm really worried if the breathing thing.
Yeah, I really wish I get back my stamina.
It will take
And-
time. Like my stuff, one of the particular stuff, he took longer because he got asthma background. So whoever got background of lung is not that well, they will take longer to recover. So that stuff, particular stuff, he took about 3 weeks to get back his stamina. At least when he come back to work, he feel like tired, not as energetic. So that's his, because he got the background of like asthma and all that.
That's scary, man.
So basically, that's our
That's our fate for the next few weeks.
COVID experience sharing.
Take it slow.
Yeah.
Stay home, play some video games. Okay lah, can lah, no
Yeah,
problem.
watch some Netflix.
Yeah.
Correct.
But I think nowadays getting COVID is very normal. Like
It
everyone's
is.
getting used to it.
It is. Like,
Compared to
like when friends tell you that, oh, I got COVID, or then you most likely your reply will be like, okay lah, see you in a
Okay,
week.
yeah,
Like
Right?
Yeah.
As opposed to like 2 years ago, I got COVID. You'd be like, you okay or not, bro? You okay or not?
Yeah.
Can I have your guitar?
Like now we say like one case, let's not go there, there's one case over there. Like, everyone is just like,
Now it's like,
Whatever,
especially
it's okay.
in condo last time, when condo got one case, then
Everyone
everyone,
paranoid. Whoa.
everyone move out from the condo, they don't get to go
don't
back.
go to the 15th floor, got COVID there.
Don't take the lift, because
Yeah.
what if the COVID patient was just before you?
Yeah, now it's like the long list, I don't even bother who.
I don't even want to read anymore.
That's a very interesting. I had a question in terms of like, because you're an entrepreneur, you run your own cafe and stuff like that, right? So when your staff gets COVID, and it's a fairly normal occurrence now.
Yep.
Like, what are the precautions and what are things that people do? What do you do in general?
So we basically follow what KKM told us to do. So before the 1st of March, we still do the close contact, the sanitize, and then we quarantine the people. But now, after 1st of March, we follow KKM, which you self-test if everyone is negative, and then no symptoms, then you go back to work. Because technically, you can't afford to close anymore.
yeah.
Because it would make no sense. Basically, like out of 10 friends that you met, half of them got COVID.
Yeah.
Let's say I got 20 stuff. If I keep closing 5 days, I could have just closed the whole month.
Might as well just close.
Yeah, so who
You end
gonna
up
pay?
closing your whole business. You keep
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
this.
Yeah.
And then that time your staff will want you to pay their salary, the rental, unless everyone say, okay, I'm cool, I don't need the salary. But it's not, right?
Yeah.
The reality is you have to pay for everything. So I think economy-wise, we have to move on. We have to move forward. With vaccines nowadays, it's not for us to pretend that it's 2020 again.
Yeah.
Come on. It's 2022 with jab, with booster. It's time to move on. The severity and the death cases is not that high. Of course, it's safe to move on. We don't say that people dying, we don't care. And everything.
Yep.
So with less people, it's more severe. I think it's okay to move on. So with the precaution, like I said, we just follow what KKM said. For now is self-test, no symptoms, negative, come back to work. But the positive person, we have to quarantine 7 days. That's about
In
it.
terms of like the cafe or the location, do you sanitize? How do you handle that?
Before that, we need to hire the fellow to come and do the fogging sanitation. But now it's just you use because we basically sanitize every day.
Use a sanitize gun.
Get a sanitize gun with a food grade quality, the liquid. So you just sanitize like that. For us, we use the food grade so that it's safe for
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
equipments and all that. Yeah.
So I guess that's a good segue to talk about Trev and his entrepreneurship right? So basically, to all the listeners who don't know, Trev is actually a friend that we know, and to me, Trev, I know him when he was running Optimist Coffee. It was to go booth.
Yeah,
right?
the
for
coffee stand, like to
a
go.
coffee stand at Ampang Park Station in Jalan Ampang.
Yep.
Right. So that's when I knew Trev. And then not long after that, he started a new thing, which is called Sugar Mummy Boba. Right?
Yeah.
So Sugar Mummy Boba took KL by storm. Suddenly there's this new boba shop, right? And then the
It's not animal.
logo,
It's not
an
animal.
animal. It's a
Yeah.
woman. It's like the woman
Kung Fu
from
Hustle lady.
Kung Fu Hustle lady from the Zhao Yunfan movie, And then
赵星驰 movie.
周星驰 movie, yes. Whatever,
Yeah.
周大福 also can.
No, it's different thing.
So and then when I went and try, of course, when I try Optimist Coffee, I'm like, oh, this coffee is good, right? Not because Trev is a friend, but really it's good. And then when I tried Sugar Mommy Boba, I'm like, wow, this Sugar Mommy Boba, this milk is different than the rest, because I really love that. Was it like a coffee?
Yeah, we put the brown sugar boba into iced latte.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm like, wow, I like boba and I also like coffee. Like now I get to have that
Best of
milk
both.
tea feeling, but I'm drinking iced latte. So I'm like, wow, crazy. And I love this so much. I keep telling people that you need to go and try Sugar Mummy Boba because it's different from the rest. So that was when
That's when we get closer.
yeah, that's when we got closer. And then Trev then started new things.
Yeah, after COVID.
After
pandemic.
COVID. So the latest thing is called
Filling
Filling Plus, which is a cafe at Damansara Heights.
Yes,
And
please
it's
come, please
at
come.
this building called The Five, right?
Yes, at Damansara Heights. And next to the Samantha MRT.
Next to Samantan MRT, you don't have to drive. Just take the LRT or
Yeah.
MRT and stop at Samantan, and you will be able to enjoy one of the best toasties in KL.
Thank you.
So Trev is obviously, you can tell he's quite this serial entrepreneur A bit like,
I just keep trying because the world been changing, it's keep changing and all that. So you will get boring by just doing one thing.
Right.
So for me, it's just how to keep on that, explore my curiosity and test my creativity to
Okay,
put out on
I have a
different
series
products.
of questions for you.
Yeah.
It's one question, but for every single thing that you did, okay? What made you start Optimist Coffee?
Okay.
And then, of course, what made you start
Okay.
Sugar Mummy Boba and then Feeding Plus?
Wow. Okay, that will take a while to answer all
Wait,
this.
we have
Simplify,
Okay,
simplify.
So to do Optimist Coffee, it started 2014. I started Optimist Coffee. To start Optimist Coffee because I always wanted to start my own business. When I was in college, when I work, I have that dream to start my own business like many others people always want to start your business, but I don't know how. And I always think, and you dream, but you never do. So Optimist Coffee started with the aim to spread positivity through good coffee at the location that you can't expect, which is an LRT station. Because I feel Malaysia LRT station is not doing the justice of what we have. Because a lot of time, I think we're selling wrong products at wrong place. Like that time, you will remember they sell tudung at the LRT station.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like,
Hey, they still
still do lah.
sell tudung in the Jabatan Pendaftaran Negara, what?
Really?
Like
Yeah.
their bazaar one there.
Yes,
there was something
yes.
I went to renew IC got like
suddenly you're
what?
starting to do.
Why you selling
So
tudung?
my question is
keropok?
why would people suddenly finish work want to buy tudung? like compared to that's time I'm thinking I don't compare our country with London or Sydney or whatnot, but you compare to Thailand, at least people selling right product at the right place.
Correct.
But we are not. So I just had that thought. Okay. So and then I was going through my depression moments and all that. So I wanted to create a brand that can make impact or help people. So I want to put positivity quotes on my coffee cups so it can enlighten and lift people up when they have my coffee. And that time also I feel like people, that was 8 years ago, right? So your syndrome come back. So I was thinking, why would people want to take picture of my cups? I'm not Starbucks.
Yeah.
So that time, I feel like, people like to share quotes on Facebook. Remember that time,
Correct,
Facebook, everyone
correct.
write quotes. What?
Correct.
But I'm like, damn stupid, we are not Mark Zuckerberg. Then you write quotes as if you are that person. But if now the quotes come from the coffee cups, you just share the coffee cups, ma. It's not me.
as if you are sharing
Yeah,
the quote. to
I
people.
resonate that, then I just share, and then I share the same wisdom,
Ah.
but it's not me saying it, right? So I thought, hey, that would people maybe take picture. But on top of that, what I really want to spread is the optimism to spread, because I feel like a lot of time we've been surrounded by negativity lah. All your friends tell you, cannot one lah, just want to do podcast, cannot one lah, want to do YouTuber, cannot one lah. Like people laugh at you, but nobody will say, can they go try? Unlikely, right? So I hope to be that voice to just support people. So that's how Optimist came into the picture. I want a brand that spread optimism. And then at the LRT station, because I feel like I can contribute better and do better. And then about how to get the location and all that is another story lah.
Yeah,
Which another story in
That one's another episode.
another episode.
Yeah.
So that's Optimist Coffee. So that's 2014.
And Optimist Coffee is still there, right? until now?
Yeah, still there. Now we have another outlet in Lot 10 and also
So now got Lot 10 and also
expanded.
Ampang Park Station.
Yeah,
okay.
no, I actually Lot 10 which come to the Sugar Mummy
Oh,
story.
okay, so it leads to
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
how do you start Sugar Mummy?
So Sugar Mummy come out as a joke.
Okay.
So I also co-run this Thai barbecue place called Bukatai.
Oh yeah.
So I co-run it. So we didn't expect it went a bit of viral as well that time. So I had to end up working in the shop. And then always we finish about 2-3 o'clock. The only shop that opened that time is the alley. And the alley was like the boom, everyone queue that time.
Correct.
Then I said, what is this? Like selling me milk with sugar and $12.90. I was like,
Yeah.
then I had it, whoa, quite good. Then I go back, I start to make my own tapioca. Like, wow,
Oh, really?
Yes, I go YouTube, I search how to buy the tapioca flour.
Yeah.
Then I YouTube and make one by one. Oh, damn hard. Damn hard, I give up. Then I said, maybe buy from supplier easier. Then I just bought from supplier.
Yeah.
Then I was like, how will it taste like if I put the ice latte? Then we make in the shop. Then I
Yeah.
put the ice latte. Oh, it tastes amazing. Like what you just said. Like,
Yeah.
I like this. I like ice latte. The balance is perfect with the brown sugar. Then I'm like, shit, it tastes good. Then one of my staff said, why not we just test it out and Friday special and sell? I said, okay. Then we write on the board at Optimist.
This is at Optimist.
Optimist,
Ampang Park.
we just write about Friday special brown sugar boba.
Okay.
Boom. We sell 100 cups in 2 hours time that time.
Wow.
And then we didn't expect that. Then every Friday we do that for a month. Then I was like, I'm done with that. Go there, I'm enough. Like I done been there, done that, like, you know.
Okay.
Then come to January. That was like October, whatnot.
Yeah.
Sing Fu Tang and the Tiger Sugar came.
Okay.
Then the whole boba craze come to the peak. Right?
Correct.
Then there's one customer come back and say, I miss your boba day. Your boba tastes better. Then I said, okay, I do for you one more round. At that time, it's March. We do that round. It's even crazier. We do 100 cups in an hour.
Wow.
Then everyone is taking picture of my Optimist cup with boba. Then I said, wait, it took me 5 years to build Optimist as a good coffee place. Suddenly,
people turn it into boba shop.
yes, wait, don't want lah. Like I become a boba place suddenly. Then I said, never mind, I make a new logo for you guys to take picture. So this customer said, yours one is better than Lao Hu Tang. I said, yeah, because I'm Lao Mu Tang. Like, is it phonetically as a parody? So Lao Mu means like when you curse lah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that words, right? So I just want to do a parody version. So I go up to Tiger Sugar and what they call in English, then Lao Hu Tiger Sugar. That's it. Lao Mu Sugar Mummy, which is also funny. So that's a Sugar Mummy story.
Oh, not bad, huh?
But
When?
that logo, can make a fan never come and sue you, man.
Zhao Xingqi. Because I myself last time I was in IP, intellectual property.
Okay.
So I know what can be registered, what cannot.
Oh.
So the character never registered in, let's say, F&B in Malaysia.
Right.
And I didn't say it's that character. It just looks like that character.
Fair enough.
It can be my mom. I don't say it's her. You resonate, you think it's her. I don't say it's her. So now I own that logo. So I can sue back her. Like, yeah.
Oh.
Unless
Like if they ever use that kind of graphic.
can exactly the graphic, I can sue back in Malaysia context lah.
Okay.
Because I own that logo now.
Oh, look at you.
Yes. So unless they really bring to court and say this is me and they cause confusion and all that, that's another issue.
Okay,
so that's Sugar Mummy.
Okay.
And about the new cafe is, pandemic happens, the whole world change. Nobody go to work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Optimist is very much of the office crowd
Yeah.
coffee place. So I feel like we need to adapt with the new world. Instead of going online, I'm the type of person I need human interaction. I love to meet people. So I thought I want to build a space that people can come hang out, have nice food, a nice ambience and take pictures and all that to
Wait,
chill.
before that, you also had this sandwich thing, Mr. Brightside.
Oh, Brightside, yes, yes,
Brightside,
yes.
not Mr.
Wow,
That's a song, wait.
Oh, okay.
So
Bright
many
side
things that
sandwich,
we're
ah.
adding on in between.
Bright
In
side
between, in
sandwich.
between. But Brightside was 2017. Brightside was like an addition because I got so many regulars drinking coffee. That's Trev, can you do some food? But my place is only the 80 square feet coffee stand. So I got no space to put another chiller and all that. So I said, you know what? I just built another stand at the back. So it's like another extension of Optimist Coffee to do like a sandwich bar.
Yeah.
So that is 2017 when we really do like hot sandwiches. Because at the time I can't find like good sandwiches around the area. It's only Subway, and it's not that hot and grilled cheese and all that.
So is Filling Plus Toasties an extension of Brightside Sandwich?
It's a upgrade version, I would say.
Okay.
Is different, totally different. So the flavors, the ingredients, I try to do something different because Brightside is more normal. Like you can find
Traditional sandwich.
yeah, I mean like chicken avocado, pesto chicken, where it's nothing to surprise you. Where Filling Plus is more unexpectable. You don't expect this ingredient. For example, we put mac and cheese with a cauliflower karaage. Yeah, things like that, like kimchi mushroom sandwich. So you don't expect this ingredient to be in toasty and still taste amazing.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to introduce to the market. Like instead of just this, you can actually enjoy bigger range of sandwiches than your usual sandwich.
So Filling Plus is basically a sandwich toasty place and not a coffee place, huh?
We try. It's both. The coffee sandwich place, but we want people to remember as a toasty coffee place.
Okay, just for the sake of definition, how would you define a toasty versus like a sandwich?
It's just different way of calling. Like Australian will call it toasty, or sandwich, or for the UK people. It's just how people will use the terms different place. So our is more Melbourne inspired menu. So it's more fusion, and our consultant chef came from Melbourne. So it's more Melbourne inspired. Small fusion, so we decided to call it toasty to make it relevant. So it's actually a grilled cheese sandwiches you want to call it. So whatever, depending where you're from and which terms you use lah. Toasty can be, if you're Taiwanese toasty, it can be still a sandwich.
Right.
So,
I actually prefer the term toasty. Like it's nicer to call them a sandwich.
Sounds fun. Sounds
like sandwich
cute,
feels
right?
like something you buy from 7-Eleven, you know?
like sandwich, you always think it's a triangle thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
triangle
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
Yeah, and toasty, it's just different lah. So it's basically, I also asked that question, which terms should we use?
Yeah.
Because Malaysian don't really use the word toasty.
It's true.
So when I thought, okay, we should use that word because what we offer is not the usual sandwiches that they have. So maybe these terms will introduce them, like also what we serve is slightly different. In terms of the flavors, ingredients, is different from what they normally have lah.
So Jeremy, let me surprise you a little bit more.
Oh, yes.
By adding one more thing to what Trev has
Oh my
started
goodness,
before this.
Trev, you do so
What
much.
did I say?
Okay.
I-
Donuts.
Oh yeah!
You also do donuts.
Yes. During the lockdown,
Wow.
because we realized people don't just order coffee online. Like the delivery fee will cost more than my coffee.
Right.
So I was thinking like, and then that time all the dessert or croissant or pastry works really well. So I feel like there's a gap in the market that no one do artisanal donuts. And then donuts is the easiest to do in all the pastries. And I can make use of my own space to produce donuts. And I don't need a big central kitchen or oven to
Right.
do donuts because I can just fry it, right? So then we decided that we can extend our menu to do artisanal donuts, and we take months to figure out the flour and all that to make the donuts. So at one point, it really helped me to go through the lockdowns because the orders are really
What is it called again?
Good Life Donuts.
Oh.
Almost forgot, right?
Almost so good.
How do you, if you can't keep track of things you've done, then we're in
Yeah,
trouble.
the idea is just like going back to what Optimists have resonated. Like the whole branding is always going back to good vibes. So Optimist, Bright Side. The Bright Side name came also because of I don't know what to call. Then I said, that time I was thinking like, what you want to have lunch? Let's go to the bright side. No, it reminds you as per you say it.
Oh,
So let's
okay.
go to the bright side. And then good life is like when you're having a donut, you feel good, and I just call it good life. Then feeling plus is actually feeling positive with a symbol plus. But we scared people feel positive is very sensitive nowadays. So we just call it like, and it's too long to pronounce. But I like the way how feeling plus to like presenting. It's
Yeah.
not too serious. It's more casual.
I like this naming scheme. It's got a.
It's like a same theme.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
It's all feel good things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that makes me happy to do it. Like it keep me fulfilled with same goals and direction that I'm going. That's why Sugar Mummy feel because Sugar Mummy is the only thing that is out of the way.
Yeah,
Because,
actually, Sugar Mummy it's not something that is like a feel good thing, right?
yeah, because it's meant to be a parody.
Right.
It's because I feel good and I did that, and because I was crazy and bold enough to name that way, and it went crazily viral. We went 1.2 million organic reach, and like 12,000 shares at that time.
At one point, how many outlets are there, Sugar Mummy?
Close to 7.
7.
7 outlets in 7 months. So, but also closed down all during pandemic.
So it was the pandemic's fault, really.
No, it's a mix of everything. The boba trend and not just us you see the
Yeah.
whole boba street
Yeah, the
is
whole
all,
SS15 all no
all
more
gone. Like every neighborhood supposed to have one street all gone. So it's not just the pandemic fault, but it's because the hype drive up so fast and so high, and then it stopped landing like
already.
that.
Yeah.
So it's also a bit of that, and also the pandemic. The lockdown is March, it locked 2 months, and people is uncertain. And when you're not making money, and also it's lockdown, so better we close it now lah.
Right.
So a lot of people take advantage of that to close shop
Wow. Yeah.
because it doesn't seem bad on your brand.
Yeah.
So the most natural question to ask you now is, what's next?
To sustain. Like everything I try to sustain lah. That's the goal, right? Like Optimist is 8 years old now.
Yeah.
Feeling Plus is 3 months old, so it's relatively very new.
3 months only. Yeah.
Yes, Feeling Plus is just 3
Time
months.
really flies. I felt like.
Felt like damn
long, right?
already. Yeah.
But it's just 3 months if you think of it.
It's 3 months only, you know.
Yes. Today is what is the date
They
today?
opened quite recently.
12.
12.
Actually, it's just 3 months. We opened 11 January.
Wow. It felt like a while back. You know.
Yeah.
Because I think this is like after post-COVID or during pandemic.
This is the long COVID of the mind.
Like you always feel nothing. Like, compared to these 2 years, you feel like nothing happened.
Actually, there are many cafes, right? That after 3 months, I still haven't been there. Like this one, it feels like damn long already.
Yeah.
Because you go before I open it. Because you go before I open
That's
it.
true.
And then so it's just 3 months. So now main task is to sustain every business that I have. And to keep myself still enjoying what I do lah. Like for me, I just want to make sure I still enjoy the process lah. Like if it's at the end of the day, if it's worth doing it lah, it has to be worth doing it.
Okay, so of course, not every business is all good, right? I'm sure you got experience of like some downtime or negativity, So what is that one thing, not just for Feeling Plus or whatever, like in general, in all your establishments, right? What is that one thing that you feel that it's very hard to manage, or one thing that pulls you down all the time?
When it comes to business, I would think any industry is always the people. Because the food, the things is controllable. The recipe, you can always control that. But when it comes to people, you can't control the other people. You think what you do is good for the employee, but maybe it's not. Like let's say I said at one point last time I said, I will give you share. At one point I think like I will invest in you. Then I'll get an answer that shocked me. Not everyone want to own a business. I'm like, oh, got such thing, huh? That surprised me.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like not everyone think like you. What you think is good for them, maybe it's not. So then I learned it's a two-way communication lah. It's a value exchange. When it comes to employee and employer, you have the value that I want, I will pay you. You don't have the value I want, you'll be fired. Same thing. I have the value you want, you work for me. I don't have the value you want, you won't work for me. You will quit. So it's at the end of the day, you realize that you can't control, then you feel better.
So like finding the right people, organizing the right team, finding people in alignment with the way you like to do things, that's the tricky part.
It's always the hardest. To make them believe in what you believe, I think that's the hardest part. But that makes an organization or business successful. The culture and the belief is so strong that the whole team will believe in it.
Yeah.
Let's look at Apple. They really can make even the user believe in their belief. You will be their spokesperson.
This one.
You will be their spokesperson. Apple is the best. You won't say Samsung is the best. right? But Apple is a perfect example. When you say culture is not important, but you see how Apple do it, how Google do it.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part to duplicate, and that's I think the trick to be a successful business. I'm still learning how, because when you scale, that's when you dilute.
Right.
Because you can't communicate as much to your staff. You pass to a third tier person that it's many level ma. But all these successful organizations, they manage to do that. So that's what I think is the trickiest part, and is the part that I hope that I can master one day lah. Yeah, I'm still learning how to do it.
It will feel like you're on the path though.
I don't know. It's try and error lah. Like I get, throughout the process you learn, because sometimes like last time, because I tend to care too much about stuff. Then when they leave, you feel like heartbreak.
Like you take it a bit personally?
A bit personal, like because we spent few years together, I train and all that. It becomes like a family.
Yeah.
Then of course when they leave, I understand, I wish them the best, but it still feel like I'm losing someone.
Yeah.
So, in general, is it better to run businesses by yourself or with a few people? Because then, when you have an issue or whatever, right, you don't just take it up by yourself.
Okay.
You have people to discuss with, you like partners or whatever, Do you think people should start businesses or run
What's
businesses?
your preference actually?
Yeah. With a few people together or just one person?
When I started alone.
Okay.
At Optimist, with funding, with setup and everything. It's much harder. But because I have exactly what I want to do, and not everyone at that time can agree with my vision. Then also because my scale is smaller, it's a coffee stand, 80 square feet, and it's easier to do it alone. Because at that time, actually at first I looked for an investor. And I still remember this part, like the investor will say, oh cool, Trev, I like you. But coffee stand, good idea. But can we also sell cigarette? Then what next? I sell newspaper. Then suddenly I become my news. Right. So that's the part I realized that cannot like when you have another voice, they will tend to alter your thoughts.
Correct.
So you can't fully express yourself. So when I do Optimist, it's because I can't get to unleash my creativity and my corporate work.
Right.
So that's why I jump out and start my own business. So that time I feel like I want full control. That's why I go in alone. But if you ask like different people, I think up to them if they found a right partner. What do I mean by right partners means you guys really share the same vision. Because coming together to start a business is damn easy. It's super easy because let's say we need 300,000. We got 5 people. Each of you just put like what?
50K.
Yeah, 50K. Then you can make it.
Yeah.
Or 30K, 5 people like.
Okay.
So it's easy to start. But when you come to the process, it's hard because there's a lot of voices. And also the profit got dilute. Let's say you make 30K, you divide by 5. Then suddenly it's like,
But then again, if you have a problem, you can share it with 4 other people.
True, but the 4 people also can create trouble. What if 3 of us, let's say 3 of us, we start this shop together.
Okay.
6 months, very happy, do hustle, good, make money already. Then Jeremy said, I'm done, I want to quit. Then how? How? Let's say I want to buy your share, but how much you want to buy? I don't have the money. Okay, let's say that's a good case. Not making money. Now we need to chip in. You don't have money, already. Then how? So that is the problem that people don't see. People only think of I want to start, you want to start. Everyone want to start the same vision. But it's not that. When I come to the same vision, meaning have you thought in the worst case scenario that will happen? And that's why I said, if you want a partner, put in extra money. So that no argument when it comes to not enough money.
Correct.
You don't have money to chip in. You don't want to chip in because you're losing money. Why would I chip in?
Yep.
And also agreement that, when make money by how much we will leave or sell or spread the money. So that arrangement should have discussed earlier.
True.
Because nobody thought of all that.
So like realistic like business planning, like not
Yes.
just the dreams of like let's just start something.
Because a lot of people think we have same vision because I want to start, you want to start, I want to start, same vision. But it's not that vision I'm talking about. My vision is talking about is are you okay if you are not making money? Because everyone thought do business confirm make money. That's not making business lah. That's you make dreams lah.
Make dreams.
Because it can be the other way around.
This guy, Trev is a veteran entrepreneur. Huh?
Yeah,
He's like, don't give me this.
Don't give me this bullshit.
Don't give me the fantasy. What is the reality? Make money how? Don't make money how? How much money we gonna put in?
Yeah,
Make money
yeah,
how long? Will it
correct.
be
Because that's the reality. That's the ugly truth. When
Only
people,
when you have experience, then you will
Yeah.
you will be able to think about all
because
this.
I've been through it. Like when Brightside, I pull in a chef and I gave him the share, and I thought he will run it like Trev inside Optimist.
Yeah.
But turn out it's not. And the guy only want fame, don't want to work hard and all that. Then he want to leave. Then how?
Then you die.
Then we are not
Then
even.
the share how?
Yeah, then we are not even making money yet for the shop. So add up how you solve the dispute and all that. It will actually like take more of your energy than building the business, than solving this dispute. Then shift your attention lah. So
difficult.
so I will always say if you only have trust with each others and really put in front all the terms and all that, what if this happen, what like scenario A, B, C, D, E, agreed, then not just like, I like you, you like me, we have same vision, want to start business. I don't know how, you know this, you know marketing, I know operation. That is the always mistake people make. Then you see people open, then they'll close.
Yeah.
Make money, got problem. Don't make money, got problem. So that is the worry. Then after that incident, I'm much more careful when it come to partner and all that. Yeah. I'll be more selective lah.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes a lot
because
of sense.
I don't like how the energy brewed during the conflict. It will take away the fun of doing business.
Yeah.
Because the process is already tough.
So the question is, is filling plus still fun?
Yes and no. Yes, as in is a product or is a shop that I want to create. I have no regret. But also the challenges come with it. The stress. Every time throughout these 8 years, of course there's a lot of challenges throughout. every time when you solve it, you feel better. What doesn't kill you, make you stronger, kind of thing.
Yeah,
But something new always comes up.
Yeah. So to me, also new things to learn, new challenges, new crowd. You have to come up with new strategy. So that's something I need to learn. So I would say that's if you put yes or no, fun. Yeah, if I can solve it, then it's fun lah. If I cannot, then I went through quite a stressful moments. But I have this quote to myself when every time I feel like anxiety or stress when it comes to business. I actually, when I build Optimist, I realize this quote is very helpful. Is focus on what you can, not what you cannot.
Right.
For instance, if I know sales, people don't come. That's not what I can control. What I can control is my coffee good? Is my sandwich good? Is my service good? Is everything I do is good? If everything I do is 100%, if still the market is not respond, I accept. But if my coffee is so-so, toasty is not that great, service is lousy,
That is your fault.
that is my fault. The people don't come makes sense. But if I do everything and I still fail, I accept because there's nothing I can do. Same thing, like let's say you do a YouTube or you do your best, and if the market respond, it doesn't respond the way you want. So it's just fate, right? So it's so be it. I move on, I try again. But I focus on what I can first. But if I don't give 100% of what I can, I just give up halfway or cannot low, then I wasn't trying my best. But if I focus on what I can already, I really do my best, and I fail, I accept.
So inspirational,
Yeah,
you, Trev.
man.
Huh? You're
Yeah,
like
for now I can say like that lah. For now I can say like that lah. When I'm going through.
So Jeremy, so in our context, right? To all the clients who want to work with us,
Right.
If you see our picture got not many likes, right? It's not our fault, you know. Our picture damn nice already. Just that nobody want to like our picture. So you should still sponsor us, pay us money, and get us to do things. Correct or not?
I believe what Jason is trying to say is in whatever we do, we try to provide the best possible value to the people that work with us. And we recognize we have value one. But
Correct.
sometimes,
It's beyond your control.
Actually, it's true.
Yeah.
It's not just businesses. Even the simplest thing of posting a picture on Instagram. If your picture is
It's
very,
algorithm.
very nice, but
the people, have
people
no
don't
taste.
like it, or people
Yeah.
don't know about your picture, then it's not really our fault. It's
Yeah.
the same thing as the business.
Yeah, or
right?
sometimes you are just ahead of time. What you do is too in front.
Yeah.
The people are not ready for that. So it's not their fault, it's not your fault. Right? It's the
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah, correct.
Right? Sometimes
Timing-
you do ahead of the game.
very
then,
important.
then it's not their fault. They haven't know this thing yet. That's
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. For instance, like
That's what it is. That is exactly it. I guess the point we're trying to make is we do the best we can.
Yeah.
And we always do the best we can.
I mean, at least if it doesn't work out, you have nothing to regret.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
get what I mean? Like
Right.
As long as we're happy with the result, right? We see I put effort, it look good, we try our
Yeah.
best.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
of course we'll be happier if the result is what we want.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we always say happiness equals to expectation, right? You feel happy when you expect that and it happens.
Yeah.
You will feel sad when it's not equal to your expectation, right?
Yeah.
So that's happiness to me lah. The equation works like that. But then it doesn't mean I scared because of the result. I don't want to do it.
Okay, so Trev, to end the podcast, with
So fast,
all,
mate.
yeah,
Do another hours
Then we do another one, okay? With all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
quotes that you've been producing or writing
Yeah.
on Optimist for so many years, end this podcast with a nice quote. Nice can be anything lah, like funny
Okay.
or whatever.
This
lah,
quote, this quote has been followed my life motto since I was 15.
Okay.
Do what you love what you do.
Okay.
Is a
True.
yeah, because
I do
that's
believe in that.
that's the only thing will make you really happy.
Correct.
Because when you do what you love, you will continue to do it, and you love what you do. It's not by forcing. You will enjoy the process, and the fulfillment that comes, that you will get is much more than the materialistic stuff that you can the feel. It's coming from inside. So I think that's bigger than everything. So that will keep you going, even though the result is not favored to you, but you will still keep you going because you really love doing it. Yeah, I think that's the quote that helps me as well. So I always use it to evaluate, am I happy doing it? So that's very important. If you're happy, just go on.
Cool.
Well
so if you want to check out these quotes, go and check out Optimist Coffee, which is at Ampang Park
Lot
Station.
10.
Or feeling plus.
Yeah.
You can go and get some great toasties there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And we would also like to thank Trev for sharing
Thank you
his
for having me.
wisdom and quotes with us in this episode.
Such a wise. This is the first time our show got like proper wisdom and inspiration.
Yeah, man.
Normally we confuse
Normally it's all bullshit.
I supposed to come.
Finally, this feels like
Well, this is like a very solid podcast, right?
like who are we today?
This is a Gary V session tonight. But anyway, thanks for having me. I had fun. All right. See you guys.
We will probably invite you again
All
for
right.
more wisdom. So yeah, if you love what you just listened, please subscribe to us. Click on the subscribe button, follow button on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, and also follow us on Instagram. I'm smashpop,
I'm Jeremy.
and Trev is.
Trev. Thank you. See you guys.
Bye.